Carlos Alcaraz's projected path to US Open 2025 final. Alcaraz has won a tour leading 6 titles in the 2025 season. World number 2 Carlos Alcaraz began his 2025 season not with a Grand Slam trophy, but by winning the ATP 500 Rotterdam Open. It was his first indoor hard-court title and the first of 6. The Spaniard's haul includes ATP 1000 titles at Monte Carlo, Rome, and Cincinnati. While Alcaraz fell short of defending his Wimbledon title, lost to Jannik Sinner in the finals, he held on to his Roland Garros crown in dramatic fashion. The world number 2 survived 3 championship points en route to his 4-6, 6-7, 4, 6-4, 7-6, 3, 7-6, 2 victory. Clocking 5.5 hours, it was the longest match in French Open history. The Spaniard defeated Sinner at home to win the Italian Open in Rome for another ATP 1000 title. In Cincinnati, he picked up his 8th Masters win after Sinner retired, and added a Queen's title over Jiri Lehecka. If he wins the US Open, Alcaraz will set a personal milestone with a 7th title this season, surpassing his 2023 tally. He is 54 match wins, equaling last season's tally, but 11 short of his 2023 total of 65. Alcaraz will have the first 2 rounds to get his eye in, where his first 2 opponents will be unseeded. Should he emerge victorious at Flushing Meadows, he will join Rafael Nadal with multiple US Open titles to his name. Of greater significance would be the fact that he denied Sinner a successful title defense in New York. The top 2 seeds are slated to meet in the finals, which at this point has an air of inevitability. Let's take a look at his potential route to glory at the US Open 2025. Carlos Alcaraz's projected path. Round 1, Reilly Opelka. Alcaraz faces big-serving Reilly Opelka in the first round of the US Open. It will be his first career meeting against the 6 feet 11 inches Opelka. Despite his powerful serve, Opelka has struggled on tour, falling short of meaningful results on the ATP Tour. The Michigan native last won a title in 2022 when he defeated fellow American John Isner at the WTA 250 event in Houston. Opelka's best result at the majors is a 4th-round appearance at the 2021 US Open. Round 2, Mattia Bellucci. Alcaraz's second-round opponent is likely to be Italian Mattia Bellucci. The left-handed Bellucci is making his second main draw appearance at Flushing Meadows. The Spaniard's 15-0 record against Italian since the beginning of 2023 ought to worry Bellucci. Bellucci has a 3-6 win-loss record in Grand Slams. His third-round appearance at SW19 this season is his best result at a major. At Wimbledon, he lost to Cameron Norrie in 3 sets. He was a semi-finalist at the 2025 Rotterdam Open, lost to Alex de Minaur, and won the challenger title at Sumter, South Carolina, by defeating Alexander Shevchenko when the Kazakh retired in the 2nd set. Round 3, Luciano Darderi. Alcaraz's potential third-round face-off against Luciano Darderi will be a 3rd straight maiden ATP face-off should it materialize. Unlike Bellucci, Darderi is a 4-time winner on tour. The 23-year-old Italian has won 3 titles this year at Marrakesh, Bastad, and UMAG, all clay court events. His maiden title at Cordoba last season was also on clay, underlining his affinity for the surface. Darderi is yet to post a win at Flushing Meadows, having lost to Sebastian Baez in the opening round last year. Winning 3 ATP 250 titles this year saw Luciano Darderi rise to a career-high ranking of number 32. Round 4, Daniil Medvedev. Alcaraz could face a struggling Daniil Medvedev in the 4th round. The Spaniard has won his last 4 matches against Medvedev to take a 6-2 lead in their head-to-head. Alcaraz last lost to Medvedev in the semi-finals of the 2023 US Open. Medvedev also fell out of the ATP top 10 after his premature exit from Wimbledon. The Russian lost to Benjamin Bonzi in the first round to mark his earliest loss at a grass-court major since 2017. Medvedev is without a tour-level title since 2023, when he won the ATP Masters 1000 Rome. He reached a solitary final this season at Halle, where he lost to Alexander Bublik. Quarter-final, Ben Shelton. Former US Open champion and the current Cincinnati Open winner, Carlos Alcaraz, and Canadian Open winner, Ben Shelton, could face off in a fourth career meeting in New York. Despite his title run in Toronto, Shelton will be the underdog. The American is yet to claim a win against Alcaraz. A 3-0 head-to-head advantage over Shelton points to a favorable result for the Spaniard. Though Shelton took a set off the Spaniard for the first time at the 2025 French Open, he lost his third straight match against the world number 2. The duo had never crossed paths in the quarter-final stage before, nor in a Grand Slam until Paris. The Masters 1000 win in Toronto was a big step up for the left-hander from the ATP 500 event he won in Tokyo in 2023. A semi-final appearance at Flushing Meadows in 2023 was his best result at his home event. Semi-final, Novak Djokovic, Taylor Fritz. Alcaraz will be the stronger pick in the projected semi-final against Novak Djokovic. Djokovic arrived in New York not having played any matches since Wimbledon. At 38, he may struggle with the exertion of playing on hard courts. Djokovic holds a 5-3 edge over Alcaraz, having defeated the Spaniard to take gold at the 2024 Paris Olympics and in the 2025 Australian Open quarter-finals. The Serbian is chasing his first Grand Slam since the 2023 US Open, and stands a win away from winning a record 25th major title. Alcaraz will be the overwhelming favorite to one-up top-ranked American Taylor Fritz. A 3-0 lead over Fritz lends weight to that argument. Fritz gave Alcaraz a tough fight for the first time in the Wimbledon semi-finals last month, eventually winning a set from his Spanish opponent, something he had never done before. Fritz made the US Open finals in 2024 before losing to Jannik Sinner. Despite his loss, he became the first American to make the title round since Andy Roddick in 2006. Whether Fritz can relive the milestone hinges on his defeating Alcaraz for the first time. Final, Jannik Sinner × Jack Draper. A Carlos Alcaraz, Jannik Sinner summit clash will see the duo sparring for the third Grand Slam of the season. Sinner will be pursuing his third major of the season. Having won the Australian Open and Wimbledon, the world's #1 player will aim to become the 7th man in the Open era to win 3 Grand Slam titles in a single season. For the second year running, the Alcaraz-Sinner duopoly looks to sweep all 4 majors. Last season, they shared the spoils, both winning 2 Grand Slams. Alcaraz leads Sinner 9-5 and is 6-2 on hard courts against the world #1. A 4-2 overall head-to-head and a 3-1 lead on hard courts mark the Carlos Alcaraz, Jack Draper rivalry, with the Spaniard in the lead. They have met thrice in the ongoing season, with Alcaraz having won their last meeting in Rome. The British left-hander upset Alcaraz in the 2025 Indian Wells semi-finals, leaving the Spaniard one short of a three-peat at the venue. Draper was a semi-finalist in New York last season. He made the last 4 without dropping a set before his 3-set loss to eventual champion Jannik Sinner. 2 of Draper's tour-level titles have come on hard courts. Aside from Indian Wells, the other hard-court win came in Vienna in 2024.